mesmerized
for the down. They're going to give it.
Yeah, that was
looking for the quick.
And defender's kind of high point or
to the 16 inside the.
Is that what
they're going to?
Might be 2.5.
Hip yard line. Seems
like from
6 yard line. So that'll bring up about a 4th and a 5. It'll be decision time for Coach Simon, whether he wants to try to take the 3 points or try to push this to a double digit or a 13, 14-point lead.
Yeah, they can get a first down at the 1.
And it worked out for him. Like picked the last time line, tried to run a screenplay.
Because that was after that game, and bubble screen tried to get cute. And the game around, it flipped that whole game 180. And I remember special teams coach Curtis Miller, didn't he call for the reverse to start that game, and they had a huge return on it?
So teams are back out on the field here.
See if we can force the.
So they were going to have Simpson shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff, quick screen to his receiver Calhoun, but he catches it.
Trail taking their time if you can. Well, actually throw it, but I was kind of if you could get root through a crowd, really get much, but
years ago when thrown,
they're only up really get much, but
years ago when thrown,
they're only up 7-0, so it 7-0, so it can't really get much worse. I hate to say that.
So
there we go.
There you go. Midland Trail comes out with the hard count. It looks like they may have got Bluefield caught on a receiver. That position is just killing straight out of bounds.
But your defense stood up like
it back to his running back.
Looking for
Brody Jones.
And,
he got that makes it 14-0 with 3:01. Does go out of bounds.
That works.
Yep.
That's about as good as barring some great return.
Yeah.
That's about
that's going to bring it out to the 35.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can hope for, really.
Yeah.
With 3:01 on this first quarter clock. It was moving pretty quick, and then we had a lot of stoppages and timeouts. And
so the ball's going to be spotted at the 35, and this is better field position if you combined our first 3.
Yeah, this is huge.
Our first 3 we had combined of 25 yards.
Yeah, and like you say, this is more, you've got more options here. So
they're going to be at their own 35. They're going to go trips to the right. Jaden Roop, the lone running back. Hand it off to Roop. He's got a hole. Pick up 4 out to the 34.
So if you looked at Bluefield's alignment that time on defense, there's nobody deeper than 5 yards off that line of scrimmage.
You just got to get some blocks up front, create a hole, and Roop can bust through it and beat you with his legs. But that was Jeremiah Jones there, whose helmet popped off when he took a hit from Roop. So he has to sit out a play. So it'll be 2nd and 6 here. Ball sitting at the 39-yard line. They bring Johns in motion. They fake it to Johns, give it to Roop. And he's trying to get forward. He's going to get it out to about the 40.
Yeah, they are still keying on Roop, even though you fake to Johns on end around. I don't know how much they're respecting that end around game.
So
feels like they've got basically 3 guys that are dedicated to following Jaden Roop wherever he goes right now.
So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. We'll see what they elect to do here on 3rd down.
Is this 4-down territory?
It may be.
Compared to what you've had, I don't know if you can really question it.
So Dickerson drops back to pass. He's under pressure, and he breaks the sack. He rolls out to his right. He's across the 40, pushed out of bounds.
Thought it was a little close to the sideline, but
and I'm not sure what draws a taunting penalty because that player was running his mouth from hit till he got back on the field. I mean, we've seen less called.
Right.
I mean, that should have been unsportsmanlike 15 yards right there.
So I almost feel like you may
go for it.
May go for this. He picked up some good yardage, and he's just 3 yards short. So
yeah, number 9. I mean, he made the tackle, good tackle.
That's
but then
the running back again.
He never stopped talking after that. Officials were looking right at it, and so Midland Trail is going to leave the offense out. Dickerson picks up 1. It'll be 4th and 4 here. We got a minute 44 here to go in the
first quarter. And do they?
They're going to have to go quick. They got 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to get a false start as Johns. I don't know.
Johns lost his balance when he was waiting. He thought the snap was coming quicker and couldn't hold his stance and kind of fell over.
That probably makes that decision for you a lot easier.
Yeah, probably going to bring on the punt team. As much as your punt team really hasn't picked up a lot, but, man, you're behind the chains now. We're going to be fourth and 9. And here comes the punt team.
And the only reason I think that decision was so easy because your punts have not been very good.
Right. I think you were right in going for it there with 4th and 3, but now 4th and 9. But I would maybe entertain Bennett maybe doing something the clock's already all the way back down.
I mean, you're going to have to get another
timeout.
And you get another delay game. I mean, that's the third delay game that you've got.
Yeah, and these 5 yards are huge because you're not really setting the world on fire with your punts. So now all of a sudden you just put yourself 5 yards back. That's going to give them better field position. So I thought at 4th and 9 maybe Bennett could take a look and see if he could maybe run for a first down. But
so now 4th and 13. Gets a good snap. This punt was much better, but you don't have anybody to cover it.
Yeah, you need to get your guys.
Calhoun breaks it across the 50. He's up into there by Aiden Foster. Bluefield will start at their own 40, or Midland Trail's 48 here with 1:35. That was a much better punt. You just didn't have any coverage.
Yeah, the coverage didn't get downfield because everybody was held up blocking. But if you look at the difference in the field position now, it feels like they have Bluefield has miles to go all of a sudden. So Trail's defense can play a little bit freer here and expect probably a little bit more of a run dose coming at them.
So Bluefield comes out with trips to the left. Simpson throws it deep. He's got a receiver open. It's right through his hands. Number 11, Jamarius Smith.
Yeah, luckily it went through his fingers because he had split the defenders there, and that's what they do. They just test your pass defense with those vertical routes straight downfield.
I'm waiting for these officials to call these legal procedures. The receivers are getting about a half a second to a second head start
on the snap.
We haven't seen it called yet. We saw it called on the first play. We'll see if that's something that Simpson looking for the quick screen, tunnel screen. Caught there by number 6, and he's across the 30, across the 25, breaking tackles inside the 10, brought down, trying to strip it.
Yeah.
He gets all the way down to the 1 yard line, and that's just a bubble screen. And
it opened up really nice. Jake Ewing kind of bailed that time again like we saw last week, and then it kind of opened up a natural alleyway.
If he was still there, that's what.
He may have been able to cover it up a little bit better, but. So they get that all the way down to the 1 yard line, and
that was to Jaleel Jones, and that's like I said, just a bubble screen. They don't they throw it deep some, but that's not where they're having their success. Their success is in these little quick outs. So 1st and goal at the 1. Simpson hands it off to Jones, and he's short. So he doesn't get in.
Stonewalled by Trail's defender
about the 1 yard line. So that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
They give him 1. Well, they were at the
1. I don't think
maybe a half a yard. But
ball sits about the half-yard line here. So it'll be 2nd and goal. We've got 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bluefield leads at 14-0. And first quarter, really, if everything, just the field position just killed what Midland Trail wanted to do offensively.
Yeah, that's
so Simpson in the shotgun.
Tough one.
He's going to give it to Jones, and this time Jones is in the end zone, 4-6.
Yeah, so Jones just straight ahead and found a little crease there, but Trail offered some resistance, but it's still he was so close to the goal line, he didn't need much. So, yeah, so this is basically not the way you drew up your first quarter if you wanted to hang in here. You're going to have to punch back some, and, each score is going to start making it a little bit tougher climb. So you've got to, with your run game, it's
we'll see. I don't know how much longer they can just keep trying to run it, and it's not. And if it doesn't work, you're going to have to eventually probably go to the pass game.
Go to the pass game more.
Extra point is good. That makes it 21-0. 25 seconds to go is here in the first quarter. Yeah, your run game, really killed you is that last one. I felt good going for it there, 4th and 4, because in the end, after they ended up punting it, the ball was only 3 yards.
Right,
from
there's
where
not
you
much
would've-
field position difference.
Just you got a false start, and then you got to delay a game, and then you had a decent punt. You just didn't cover it well. So I mean, this is about as much score drive as there is so far. I mean, you're down 3 scores.
Yeah, you've got to definitely make something happen here. So maybe try to get a return if this ball ain't going out of bounds. See if you can get a return and get a crack on the kick game to try to get your bearings a little bit and just at least get something on the scoreboard so you can start feeling good about building some confidence.
Yeah, first quarter you haven't moved the ball into Bluefield territory yet, and Bluefield's basically started every drive but one in your territory.
Yeah, it's been an uphill battle for sure from the field position point of view. So
kick off for the Beavers is number 20, Jericho Dempsey. He's been angling every other one to the sideline. He kicks this one to the sideline as well, and Brody Jones picks it up at the 30. He's across the 35, dragging defenders. So Brody the Club Jones gets it out to the 40.
He took a good shot there, but he held onto the ball and he got it out to the 40. So, yeah, that's
best field position
field
so
position's
far.
getting even better. 35 last time, 40 this time. But let's do something with it this time, guys. Let's see if we can get things going. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you can't continue to keep picking up 2 yards at a time and then trying to decide to go for it on fourth and 4. You've got to air it out a little bit, and you've got to try to get some quick hit or splash plays or something that's going to get you in the open field. I mean, Bluefield's got speed, but you've got to try to at least get something out there to get behind them.
So they hand it off to Roop, and he's going to get about 1 yard. They're going to get it out to the 41. So there's no run room. I mean, he's getting hit probably a yard in the backfield and having to
churn out what he gets. So, yeah, they're going to give him 1 there. Like you said, it's just it's tough sledding right now. That offensive line of Trail has been somewhat neutralized, so you kind of hope they would come out and could fire out low on these guys. We're going to –
that will do it for the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Midland Trail when we come back to start this second quarter. We'll be right back on Midland Trail Sports Network. Welcome back to Midland Trail Sports Network. Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Bluefield leads at 21-0. Hope Gas congratulates the teams for making it to the state championship. Learn more about Hope's community efforts by following them on Instagram. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Hope Gas. So 2nd and 9 for Patriots. They have their own 41. Dickerson dropping back to pass. He's got Gage Johnson open, and it goes right through his hands. He went up and high-pointed it, but just couldn't come down with the ball. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. He ran an out pattern towards the sideline, 3rd and 9, sorry, and high-pointed it, just couldn't come down with it. So they do come out to throw there, so that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
I think Gage may not have realized he needed to catch it because that wasn't in the end zone.
Yeah. So they break the huddle with 15 seconds on the play clock. It'll be 3rd and 9. Ball sits at their own 41-yard line. He's got 2 receivers to his right. Dickerson drops back to pass. He steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down for a sack as
looked like he was going to get out of there as he stepped up away from it. He had green field in front of him, but defender came off his block and was able to pull him down, and he actually loses a yard, so you got to think.
Yeah, he lost a yard there on the sack. He was sacked by Jamiri Harris.
It'll be 4th and 11 now, so that's definitely going to bring on Trail's
the punt team on as it's really tough. I mean, unless you get some air into this ball, they're going to get good returns because they've dropped 3 men. They don't care about blocking your punt. They want to set up good field position with the return. It's a low kick.
This would be hard to handle.
It bounces, and it's caught about the 23-yard line.
Flag early.
There is a flag. It's going to be across the 40. He's across midfield, and he can run all he wants because this one's coming back.
Yeah, that worked out good for Trail as far as I'm assuming that was a
holding. Looks like a
hold. Yeah, because it was early in the return. So we await the call from the official.
He returns it out to about the Midland Trail's 42-yard line, but we're waiting the call from the official. And so the holding was on Bluefield. So this is going to, this is enforced from where the kick was caught at. So it was caught at the 23.
So not from a spot of the foul. So that's even better for Trail because now you're backing it up from what was the 23, be back to the 13.
Have to open that door. Rick's done turned the heat on up here.
Man, Rick's freezing and we're burning up here. Yeah, the weather's pretty. 50s, I guess, mid-50s.
Started,
it feels
I believe,
like,
in the 60s.
And it was 60. Yeah, we were around 60 when we were coming in here.
So Bluefield will scrimmage from their own 13-yard line, so they're going to be on the other end of the field position. This would be a good time to get a good 3 and out and maybe get some field position.
Yeah, that would definitely bode well for Trail's chances on offense.
Simpson drops back to pass. He's looking for the out pattern to Calhoun, who catches it about the 24. Stevens holds on to him, and Aiden Weiss comes and finishes him off, but he does pick up the first down out to about the 27-yard line.
Got about 15 on that one, it looks like.
Chad, you're going to have to open up that door.
Yeah, that's a little warm. Holy schmoly. We'll just crack it a little. We'll just get some fresh air in here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bluefield at their own 27. Simpson hands it off to his running back. That's number 15, I believe.
Different ball carrier this time. He's going to get
Jerry and Tab picks up 3.
Yeah, so they're spreading it around a little bit. Hadn't seen anybody else run it yet.
Another Jerry and Tab is the sophomore. This Bluefield team is loaded with underclassmen. Starting quarterback and receiver and running back, all sophomores. Simpson with trips to his left. He drops back looking for the tunnel screen. He's going deep. And good coverage there by Jeff. Oh, my.
I thought he was going to get away with it.
He turned around when the ball was.
And he put a hand out there, and he knocked a pass away, but I guess they saw initial contact maybe early.
Oh.
So, yeah, they're going to call pass interference on Jet Ford. But
I thought Jet had great coverage there. He turned around. He wasn't, there's no face guarding anymore. He turned around, made a play on the ball and everything. So that's going to be what would have been 3rd and 7 is now 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a tough one because it looked like you had a good pass break up there by Jet.
So that moves the ball out to the 45. So just like that, they're near midfield.
The ball is moved to the Bluefield 45.
Okay, so they did spot it ahead. So, yeah, Bluefield will scrimmage from a 45 with 10:01 on a stopped second quarter clock. As
we waited for the player to pick up his mouthpiece.
So what was
started the
going
play
on?
Clock. I don't know if that's normal or. So it'd be 1st and 10 for the Beavers. Ball sits in their own 45. Brings a man in motion. Simpson looking for the screen pass. And there's going to be a holding.
Okay,
they finally call.
14 lost his helmet from Bluefield.
Yeah, they threw it to number 11 on a screen. And
that's their go-to when they need some explosive yards. But that time it backfired because they did have a hold that's going to bring that one back.
Look, these bees, there's
got
flies.
Bees and flies, and this press box has got it all.
Infested. So it is a holding on Bluefield from the spot. And he held and his helmet came off, so he's got to sit out a play as well.
So Trail's defense is getting run around some, but they're not giving up a ton of yards yet. But
so 8:52 to go here, or 9:55 to go here in the first half. Bluefield leads at 21-0. It is first and we'll call it 13, Chad, 14.
Yeah, about 14.
Simpson,
like.
delay draw to Tab, and he's across the 45. He's grabbed there by Max White and Xander Uten. Picks up about 4 there.
Yeah, good job by the Trail defense that time because linebackers were still there waiting for him. So if we've seen Aiden Weiss is out there.
Aiden made a tackle on the first play of this
That's
drive.
Right. All right, so second and about a long 8 right now for Bluefield. So Trail try to get a stop here. It'd be a good place to get off the field and try to get the ball back and try to get something going.
Simpson drops back to pass. He throws it over to number 6. He's got enough for the first down. Midland Trail's trying to strip it. He's across the 45, brought down at about the 43-yard line. That was Jaleel Jones.
Trail had 5 defenders that brought him down, but John Neal kind of lost his balance on that one before he could recover to get back up to where the receiver had kind of hitched in and turned around. And you wonder this short passing game if they're setting up some kind of hitch and go where they'll look to fake it short and then throw it deep, or will they just keep running that little quick receiver screen?
So first and 10, ball sits at the Midland Trail 44. Simpson drops back to pass. He's going deep to Calhoun, and Calhoun catches it at the 10, drags his defender inside the 5 as Calhoun is down at the 4-yard line.
4-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Bluefield.
So that was just a great pass and catch from Simpson to Calhoun. That'll be first and goal at the 4 for the Beavers.
Yeah, that was just a great pass that we talked about. Simpson just kind of sets back there and kind of flicks it. He doesn't really have a big wind-up on his
Calhoun
pass.
coming into this game with 902 yards receiving. Brings number 11 in motion. He cuts it up, but he's going to be hit at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, say hello
to
Trail's
Jamarius Smith. I think
defense.
Jake Ewing was the initial contact there. He's actually going to lose a yard back to the 5, so it'll be second and goal from the 5.
Was that technically one of those pass plays?
So 7:58 to go here in the first half. Bluefield leads at 21-0. Be second and goal with the 5-yard line. Try a little touch pass there to Smith. Jamarius Smith.
Yeah.
So Bluefield will have 2 receivers each side. He's got Jeremiah Jones in the backfield. And we're going to get an official timeout before the snap.
Was it a false start, or was there just a...
He literally done nothing. He got the ball and had him respot the ball.
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know. Now, it kind of threw Midland Trail's defense off because they were getting lined back up, and they're already ready to go. Simpson drops back to pass. He throws it over to his receiver. Good defense there from Zaylon Johns, who knocks it as soon as it hit the hands of –
Yeah, he was there to knock it out.
Yeah, I think that was number 6, Jaleel Jones. Great quick hands there by Zaylon Johns, who knocks it down. So it'll be third and goal from the 5.
Yeah, I almost thought Zaylon might have had a shot at picking that thing off for a second, but did do a great job of knocking it.
So third and goal from the 5. Simpson with 2 receivers each side. He's got Jones to his right. He hands it off to Jones. Jones is in the end zone 4-6. Initially hit in the backfield by B.J. Cole. But he breaks that tackle and goes into the end zone. So with 7:18 to go here in the first half, it is 27-0.
Yeah, and Jones just picked up his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. So not what
Chad,
you wanted.
If the last drive was must score for Midland Trail,
this is definitely a must score.
Extra point is up and good. So
might be a must score and get a Kick an onside kick. So the rain we hoped for that would maybe slow down this passing game.
Never
I'm not
came.
Not sure if you thought, well, it may be dry at the beginning of the game. You need to hang in there for a little bit until you get some rain to maybe help you out. And it never got here. Oh.
How about another call goes against us?
Did they call roughing the passer?
The snapper.
Oh, the snapper. Okay, I was going to say that. Yeah, I don't.
Never want to rough the snapper.
Now we're pulling out penalties, getting penalties called on us that we have hardly ever heard of before. So when it goes wrong, it all goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But
so 7:18 to go. Bluefield leads at 28-0. Midland Trail set to get the ball back. I mean, how many first do we have? We've got one first down, I believe.
One or two?
One,
just one. Yeah, you're right. 7:18 in the second quarter, 28-0 Bluefield, and you're in dire need here for a score.
That snapper being rough there, that ain't going to help your field position.
No, because now they're kicking from the 40. You're 45 to you.
And yes, this may be really an onside kick because what's it hurt?
Right. If you don't recover it, it's going to be at the 35 basically. That So yeah, it's kind of
he's got it
prime spot to try that. Yeah, he's got it in conventional kick.
He does kick it deep though towards the sideline. Jaden Roop returns that kick at about the 10, and that's one if he doesn't catch, you may take the risk of it just going out of bounds because
it was going that way. It looked like there was kind of a hard angle, but.
So they do get it across the 20, so this is our second best field position of the first half, I believe.
Yeah, we hate to make too much of the field position, but it is.
That's been the difference. That's been one of the differences,
right? Bluefield has a lot to do with it too, but it didn't help. It didn't help your down and distance as far as what you're able to do starting the game out, and you gave a couple of built-in advantages to Bluefield right off the bat.
They give it to Roop, and he is hit about initially as he gets it across the line of scrimmage. It's been a similar ball game for him. He picks up one there. It's been a lot of 1s and 2s, not a lot of 4s and 5s like it was last week.
Yeah,
and you're just seeing the difference when you got an the much bigger double A.
Yeah, those
smaller double A. Right now, the size and the speed is big disadvantage right now.
Yeah, the linemen from Bluefield are able to kind of hold their gaps, and then the linebackers are just cleaning up Roop when he starts to.
They give it to Roop again, and he's got positive yards out near the 25. And, really at this point, anything probably 4th and 5 or more in, I don't know if I care where the ball's at.
You just got to – you're probably going to have to look at going for it because, got Roop's rushes. He got him for a 7-yard gain one time, and that was by far the biggest one.
It was when first time they came out and they spread them out. So here with 6:26 to go, Bluefield leads it 28-0 here in the first half. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Patriots here. Ball sitting on their own 25. They need the 31 to keep this drive going. Going to come out with 2 receivers to each side, and Bluefield's just going single coverage and just stacking the box with the other 7.
And press coverage out here on the end.
Dickerson rolls to his right. He throws it up to Johns, and it's just out of the reach of Johns as Dickerson had to give it up quicker than he wanted to.
Yeah, they rolled him out that time and got him toward the to the wide side of the field, but he was on the run and he was being pursued, so he just had to deliver to Johns, and it wasn't on time where you wanted it, and Johns had some pretty good coverage on him. So
we've seen we're going to see the punting team once again. This is punt number 5, I think, here in the first half.
2 minute.
We've probably had. There's probably been a stretch of we may not have seen
the
Bennett
punter for
5 times over 5 games. Gets a good punt off. It's high, but it's angling towards the Midland Trail sideline. That's not going to – there is a flag, though.
Is there 2 flags?
There's 2 flags.
Rick's calling for running into the kicker. Did he have any?
Bennett is not on the ground, though, so I don't know. It's near the line of scrimmage.
Maybe it was thinking about running into the kicker, and he didn't really do it. But
so here comes the call from the official. Well, he's looking over
he's
at
coming
Bluefield.
to talk to Bluefield's bench
So it
about
must be another penalty on us.
on trail. Oh, he's pointing it. They're giving Coach Simon his options, it looks like. Do you want to?
The ball was downed. It went out at Midland Trail's 42. I don't really know.
Yeah, they're
So a chop block. So it was a chop block on Midland Trail, so they declined the penalty.
Yeah, because of the short punt, they're better off declining it because they're going to scrimmage from the
Midland Trail 42.
42. So some of their worst starting position for Bluefield, even though they're across midfield into trail territory. But but if you're trail, you're looking for anything right now to build on before you go in at halftime. So
now you've got 2 stops. You forced 1 punt. You forced 1 turnover on downs.
Can you force a turnover and create it and turn it
Something
into
that
points
flip the
somehow?
game a little bit. So Bluefield going to have Simpson's going to have trips to his right, lone receiver to the left. He's got, I think, Tab in the backfield with him. Simpson drops back to pass. He's got Calhoun wide open, and it's caught. Oh, my gosh, he did everything but catch the ball.
He was wide open, and he
is upset with himself because he had a walk-in touchdown from 42 yards out. So 5:53 to go. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Beavers. They lead at 28-0.
Yes, if you're trail, you dodge one there for sure. So let's see.
Yeah, that may be one of the easiest. That's probably the easiest catch that Calhoun had all night, and I'm not sure how he got so wide open over there because, I mean, he's your leading receiver. He's the one guy I'm probably making sure.
He got lost.
He has Stevens on him. And I think really in this passing game is where you're really missing Swafford tonight with his speed and size.
Right, your fastest guy on the team isn't there to help you defend.
Throws it inside to number 11 there short. It's going to be caught. He's going to pick up about 7. That was DeMario Smith. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Ball sits to Midland Trail 35. 5:38 to go here in the first half. Simpson looks over for the call.
Yeah, you'd think Bluefield would maybe be content with using that run game some, but they're such a pass-happy team. I think they just want to keep
up.
They
fake the handoff, quick screen to Calhoun. Makes a man miss. He's across the 30, inside the 25. He's got the first down and then some. I mean, that passing game, it's just bubble screens, tunnel screens, wide receiver screens. It's nothing fancy, but it works.
They are well schooled on that quick game. And it does work. You got a quarterback that can produce it, and it keeps you out of, what trail does good and does well is, getting some pressure and some rush off the edge, and that's just been negated with the quick passing game. And even on the deep drop, they haven't had much time to get to him.
Simpson's going to go empty set. He brings Calhoun in motion. Drops back. He's looking for the corner pass, and good defense there from Ryan Stevens.
Stevens with that got a hand on it, knocked it away. He had Calhoun's complaining. Calhoun actually broke open in the end zone.
Yeah, Calhoun cut inside. He was a little poster out there and was wide open. He went to the corner end zone of Jamarius Smith.
I think he had already determined he was going to that corner, and yes, Stevens did a great job with breaking that pass up. That was good to see.
So 2nd and 10, 4:42 to go here. I think we're having issues with our scoreboard. I don't believe it's popping up anymore, so we'll just call it out as we see it, typical radio broadcast
until we get some better.
So Simpson drops back to pass.
Oh, nice.
Ball's tipped in the air. No one could really find it. I don't know. Was that B.J. Cole that tipped it, I believe, or Gage Johnson?
And who was that? Was that Knuckles that might have had a shot at
picking
that up?
Yeah, Gage Johnson batted it, and it went straight up in the air. No one really knew where it was. So it'll be 3rd and 10 here. Ball sitting at the Midland Trail 22. So these last two drives or plays, they went empty set. They're going trips to the left and two receivers to the right, and that's the same formation here. Simpson, somebody just let off fireworks.
Something was loud, wasn't it?
So Simpson drops back to pass. He's got Calhoun on that post pattern. It's caught at the 2 in the end zone. That was the same play they ran earlier. He just went to the inside.
Yeah, this time he went
there.
to him because he told him he was open. He went back to his quarterback and asked for it. So Bluefield finds the end zone again, going to give him 34 points. So
that makes it 34, 4:31 to go here in the first half. And you held for 2 plays there, but then on 3rd and 10, and Calhoun listed it. He'd only listed, I don't know if it's 6 foot what. It just says 6 foot 190. Or it says 6 pounds. So I don't know.
6 pounds. 6 pound sign.
So I wonder if that's 6'3", because the pound sign is a 3. So he may be 6'3".
Probably. He's decent size, yeah. That time he just he caught it high and he kept his hands in the air and locked down on it. I thought he might have had a chance to bobble it, but he was strong with it and came in just across the goal line.
That was one of the harder
he
catches he had to make, and he made that one.
Yeah, they are wide open when he couldn't hold on to, but this one he made sure he was going to pull it in for the touchdown. So extra point good, and Bluefield's got 35 points, and Trail's still looking for their first score.
So down 35 here, 4:31. We're still looking for their second first down.
Unfortunately, Trail was on the right end of a lot of games like this year. We had the fortunes of getting up on teams and then being able to go cruise control.
Yeah.
But if you're Trail, you got to stay focused because you got to play this thing out. And when you come out second half, you want to keep punching. You want to try to punch back and try to at least make a game of it and see what you can do. I mean, you've dug yourself a pretty big hole here, but you still have a lot of time left is the good and bad of it.
Yeah.
So.
But first starts, you got to pick up some first downs, and haven't got the ball across midfield yet. Closest we got was the 41, and we got a few penalties. This is a short squib kick, still on the ground. It's
what somebody call
we got a dead ball.
Oh, there's a flag. It's got to be on the kicking team because they
that's
blew
the only
it
reason
dead.
to blow it dead.
And the flag is at the 40-yard line.
They had 2 of them offsides here.
Metro News for the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year. Follow Joe Bricado and Greg Carey's Daily Post at WVMetroNews.com. Toyota and your West Virginia local Toyota dealers are proud to be an official partner of the WVSSAC.
The Beavers will kick from the 35.
So Bluefield will kick from their 35 now.
You're looking for a spark or anything here from Trail's return game.
They were offsides again. They didn't call it that
Didn't
time.
flag it
15
that time.
was about 3 yards offside.
Aiden Foster did a good job to fall on that one and covered up. It was coming in pretty quick when he
so they're going to start at their own 40
I'd like to thank all of
here.
our sponsors for this year. We had so many, and we couldn't do it without all you guys. It's been a great season, and hopefully we'll continue for basketball. For Middle Trail, we'll be covering some of the girls and boys games. So stay tuned for that. Justin will pick the games.
For the best coverage.
where the games will pick him.
Or the games will pick him. A lot of great sponsors, a lot of new ones come on at the end of the season, and we just couldn't do it without you, honestly. I mean, we just thank you so much.
So Midland Trail will start at their own 40, 1st and 10. They trail 35-0. Dickerson rolls to his right. He throws it up to Gage Johnson, and he was contacted a little bit before the ball was got there, but no call.
Yeah, he had him kind of on his back a little bit, and Gage got a paw on it. Almost thought he might pull that one in as Race rolled to his right, and Gage was kind of stringing across the play, dragging all the way across to the sideline, and Race delivered it, and it was almost on the money. So
it'd be 2nd and 10. Wow, Phil
was
Barber's
that?
all over Clay County, 49-0. That's the winner of this game. We'll play the winner of that game.
yeah, still playing press coverage on Stevens over here. And
So Dickerson drops back to pass under all kinds of pressure. He breaks the tackle. He's across the 40, going to run out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 4 there. So he gets it to about the 40. They're going to spot him.
At the 45-yard line, it'll be third and
See
5.
where they're going to see if they're going to be generous on this spot.
It looks like it's going to be just shy of the 45.
It's Huntington 21, University.
Yeah, just shy of the 45. So give Dickerson about 4.5 yards there to be third and caught a long 5 here on third down. Ball sits on just shy of their Midland Trail's own 45-yard line. Dickerson hands it off to Roop, and he is going to – well, he breaks a tackle and almost gets back. He was initially hit about 5 yards deep. He gets it back to about the 44, so he loses about a half a yard, and I don't think you're bringing that punt team on anymore.
No, I think we've seen enough of our punt team. But I don't know. Roop's going to the sideline. Maybe they'll go –
they're going to bring
empty
Max
set.
White in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, a lot of times Roop's been able to beat you with his speed on that edge.
yeah, it looked like he had a crack there with some open field, but it closed quick, and then they clamped down on him, and he ended up, lost a yard on that?
They bring Zaylon Johns in motion. Dickerson snaps it, drops back. He's looking for Ryan Stevens, and it goes right through his hands.
So close.
So they're going to turn it over on downs, 4th and 5.
Stevens had a good shot. The defender put his hand up, and it kind of crossed through in front of the defender's hand, and then Stevens couldn't quite locate it. Had his hands up in the area there where it would have been a really tough, probably a highlight catch, and it would have been a big play, by far Trail's biggest play of the night. But
so with 3:26 to go here in the first half, Midland Trail turns it over on downs back to Bluefield as they lead at 35-0.
Yeah, and they're going to be scrimmaging from Trails.
And they're going to come back out with that same empty set formation they ran that last drive in.
About Trails 44.
Yeah, about Trails 44. So Simpson, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Quick screen out to Smith. He makes one-man miss. Still on his feet, across the 30, 25-20. He is too fast, end zone.
Wow.
Jamarius Smith, and he was hit at the line of scrimmage, and he made one-man miss.
I don't know how he got through there because he made one-man miss, but he had 3 other defenders from Trail coming after him. And, man, he took that to the house quick. So just like that, Bluefield tacks another one on, and it's oh man.
So it's 41-0. It was one play, one score.
Yeah, it looked like Trail's defense was going to have him in a good spot there, because that thing, they developed behind the line of scrimmage, and he's got to make a move, and he did make that one move, but then
extra point up.
Speed did the rest.
It's one of those things makes you wonder. I mean, that's the difference in these bigger schools. I mean, this Bluefield team is quick and fast and big.
Yeah.
But they lost to Princeton 51-6.
Right.
Toyota and your local West Virginia Toyota dealers are proud to be an official partner for the WVUSSAC, supporting high school sports all across West Virginia. Visit us, buyatoyota.com. Let's go places. Metro News for the best news coverage of high school sports in West Virginia all year. I think it's you two guys, but they say it's Joe Bricado and Greg Carey. I like both of them too, but you guys are right there with them.
We'll take them on the challenge.
Chocolate milk. Greatness is built with chocolate milk, the official beverage of the WVSSAC. WVU Medicine, the Thomas Hospitals. When it comes to your family's health, trust WVU Medicine.
So Bluefield set to kick off here with 3:15 to go. They lead at 42-0 here in the first half as this one's just gotten out of hand. And Midland Trail in the game only has 1 first down.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Princeton Bluefield game back earlier in the season when Bluefield kind of got ran. Sometimes games start, maybe that game started like this one where,
gets out of hand quickly.
You get to have a couple things happen and go wrong, and then you hold, then the dam breaks, and then it's like, you can't really hold on much, and then it just, when it rains, it pours literally, and it just kind of falls apart on you. And you hate to see that for this Trail senior class, because this team is
it's going to go out of bounds again at about the 33-yard line.
Has had they've put together a really good season, and
but in the end, we knew we were the underdog coming in. I mean, they're a much bigger school, a school that has over a couple hundred more people than you do. I mean, when you're on the edge of almost being in single A and they're on the edge of almost being in triple A,
Yeah, there's a pretty big difference there, and there's some built-in advantages where, they just walk down the halls of the school, and they've got players that they can, that are already coming out on a team. Whereas at Trail, you're begging as many kids as you can, and now they got 50 strong that that came out for Trail this year, but a lot of underclassmen and stuff that some of them haven't played a whole lot of football, and then it's still they've got to kind of work to get to the point when you have a really good tight senior class like this that's senior dominant to help you out.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. They'll be at their own 37. Dickerson rolls to his right. He's got Gage Johnson open, but he just overthrows it. So clock stops at 3:10. I wondered if they'd go to a running clock already, but I guess they may wait till the second half.
Yeah, and they're Trail at least trying to work this little out route passing game and see if they can get something downfield. But
yeah, you had Johnson open, but throwing on the run, he just overthrew him. Yeah, they're not bad field position here to start. They're at their own 37. Ball was kicked out at the 32, so 5 yards from there. This time, Dickerson's going to come out with 2 receivers to his left, and he's got Ewing to his right, Roop in the backfield, and he's dropping back to pass. He steps up, throws it across the field to Steven. Steven catches it all the way down at the Bluefield 42-yard line.
There's a good play.
That's easily the biggest play of the game as he picks up 12, we'll call it 20 yards there. Actually 21 yards. They're going to spot him at the 41, so 21-yard pickup there from Dickerson to Stevens. Clock rolls inside 3 minutes.
Yeah, Dickerson didn't get a lot of pressure that time. The line did a good job and held the pocket up, and Race just kind of stepped over a little bit and then delivered that thing. And it was coming in low, but Stevens kind of fell into it and was able to hold on. So
Dickerson set to take the snap. First time they've been in Bluefield territory. Fakes it to Roop. He's under pressure. He's got Ewing open. Ewing makes up and goes up and makes a heck of a grab. He went over the helmet of the Bluefield player.
It's almost like he rode down on his back as he pulled it in and came down on the ground. But
he picks up
Race
7.
was getting tackled as he let that one go. He actually was in the process of going down as he threw it, and then Ewing just kind of climbed a ladder or the defender and caught that thing and snared it and held on.
So Ewing picks up 7 there to bring up 2nd and 3. Dickerson's got Ewing to his right, Roop as the deep man. He gives it to Roop. Roop's got the first down across the 30. Clock stops at 2 minutes with the first down. They're going to spot him at the Bluefield 29. So that is their third first down.
Yeah, it's his second best rush of the night for Roop. That time the passing game's starting to happen a little bit, and now they got opening up those defenders a little bit and creating a little bit of some run lane there for those guys to get Roop up through.
They give it to Jake Ewing. He's dragging defenders. He's down inside the 25.
He's literally dragging number 63.
So give Jake 5 there on first down. He gets it down to the 24. So Bluefield leads at 42-0. Minute 37 to go here in the first half.
The trail is threatening.
Yep.
And we talk about
middle eight.
Middle eight. It could be huge. It could be 14 points you could look at if you can punch one in here.
You never know.
An extra point and take the possession of the second half kickoff.
The clock is still rolling, a minute 20. Ball 2nd and 5. They go back to Roop. He's upended, and he goes across 25 down to the 23. And they're going to either have to call a timeout or go hurry up.
Got an injury. Well, they blew it.
Up.
Yeah, clock's still running. Yeah. Yep. Thought they might.
So minute to go here in the first half. It'd be 3rd and 3. Midland Trail's
showing 2 timeouts left. Is that right?
They
didn't call that.
They used one.
They used one.
Yeah,
so.
They do have 2 timeouts. So 3rd and 3. Clock's at 46 seconds. Dickerson's got 2 receivers to each side. Roop to his left. Dickerson drops back to pass. He's got Gage Johnson open, and he just sails it a little too much. So that will be incomplete. It'll be 38 seconds to go here. It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, at least you stop the clock there. But, yeah, you do have 2 timeouts. You do have 2 timeouts at your disposal to use. But you definitely feel like, this is by far your deepest penetration in the field as far as setting up for points. So I don't think what did
Philip Barber up 56-0 at halftime.
I don't know.
Clay County's not faring much better tonight.
I don't think you're going to kick a field goal here to get points on the board.
So 4th and 3, they hand it off to Jake Ewing. He's got the first down across the 15 inside the 10, dragging
Jake.
defenders.
Touchdown.
Jake Ewing in the end zone from 22 yards out.
Wow, Jake just –
And he drug defenders probably from the 7-yard line into the end zone.
And you talk about him and his determined senior leadership and how he's not going to give up on anything ever, and he was determined that time to get in the end zone. He took it straight up the middle, and two, and the third one was trying to hang on, and I thought he was going to be about a yard short, and you'd have some time left, but he scores with 32 seconds left, so maybe enough time trying an onside kick and see if he can throw one to the end zone.
Dakota Bennett on for the extra point. Holder will be Jet Ford. Snap is good. Kick is up. Kick is good.
All right.
So with 32 seconds to go, Midland Trail gets on the board.
Jake from how far out was he?
That was 23 yards.
23-yard run. So that was nice to see. He picked up 5 yards and then that 23-yard touchdown run. So that somebody else carrying the ball, mixing it up a little bit, take some pressure off of Root because they've been eyeing and spying him the whole first half. So 42-7, and good to see Trail get on the board in that first half, at least before halftime arrives, and see what we can do in this last 32 seconds here.
Yeah, that was much better execution on that drive than we've seen. On the first half, I don't think there was much subs in for Bluefield. They may have been playing a little bit more cushion on defense, but I think they still had their starters in there for the most part.
Yeah, I think they kind of loosened that defense up a little bit and not crowding the line of scrimmage as much because Trail actually pulled off a few passes there and was able to get the ball downfield a little bit, and then they saw they had to
So Bennett on to
something
kick.
Different.
Not really lined up. He's still trying to figure out how he's going to kick this ball, I believe. He's lined up to kick it right to the middle. He's angled towards the right side, but he is kicking it to the far side. It's a high kick.
Be hard to cover.
It bounces, and it's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground.
Midland Trail recovers it at the 23-yard line. As
who was that?
Jaleel Jones, and there's a flag.
And a flag? What?
That could be on Bluefield.
Don't tell me Trail was taunting after they recovered it on side.
I don't know.
Talking about it.
Loose football.
Goodness.
Kick recovered by the Patriots.
That was an amazing kick because it went right between his feet like you wanted. And then, who was that? Jaleel Jones?
Jaleel Jones was the one that dropped it. I couldn't tell who recovered it. And if this, you got 29 seconds and 2 timeouts. So if this is on Bluefield, it's going to move the ball.
Was that Keeney maybe that recovered
inside the 15?
It was a 40-something.
That unsportsmanlike was on Pax Calhoun. So it's going to move the ball to the 12-yard line.
We got a different ball game here, boys. This is
that middle eight works out a lot better if you don't give the ball back to them at all.
If you can get 2 scores and then get the ball back in the second half, all of a sudden you may be looking at 21 points. But
so ball is going to be at the Bluefield 12. 1st and 10, 29 seconds left. You do have 2 timeouts.
Stevens in motion.
So Dickerson steps up, is going to the corner of the end zone, and it is intercepted. That was the same guy who fumbled the kickoff, Jones, and he went up. There we got another late flag.
Might have been a horse collar. That's what the returner was.
So Jaleel Jones makes up for his miscue on the kickoff as Dickerson tried to get to Johnson in the front of the end zone right there.
Yeah, Race might have he kind of forced that one early. I don't think he waited for it to see
and he was
going to come open.
With those 2 timeouts. That's going to be a dead ball on somebody from Midland Trail. I could not hear who it was on.
54. I thought he said 54. That's
we
who.
don't have a 54.
Maybe it was 64. It's Cordell who made the tackle, I think, so it must have been on him. I think he but was it a horse collar?
No, he said after the play.
Oh, okay.
With the ball at the 12-yard line, I wouldn't have hated a little delay draw there with your 2 timeouts.
Right, yeah, to try to.
After the 10-yard penalty, the ball he spotted at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, just felt like he pulled the trigger on that one a little too quick before before you could see if Gage was going to come open or not. And defender was he made a great play on it. And luckily they didn't pick six it, but they don't have a lot of time.
So they got 20 seconds. Ball sitting at the Midland Trail 45. Simpson under pressure, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get it out to Jamarius Smith with 15 seconds left. Somebody, I believe that was Xander.
Xander put a shot on the quarterback.
Yeah, he got hit as soon as he released it. So 15 seconds left for Bluefield. They have 1 timeout left. So they're going to get 22 seconds here on the play clock. It's going to be 2nd and 10, ball sitting on their own 45. Simpson, 3 receivers to his right, lone receiver to his left. A quick pass out to number 14, and it's caught there, and he's across the 50, across the 40, down to about the 36, but I believe this is going to be coming back on a hold.
It's coming back. Yeah, they definitely had trail defender Stevens is trying to fix his jersey right now because he got
his jersey
pulled off of him.
So
and that would have been a big play.
Yeah, it was going to be 1st and 10 at the Midland Trail 37.
A lot of flags this game, so
Jamarius
unfortunately.
Smith.
So 7 seconds left. Yeah, unlike last week where it was a relatively clean game. It wasn't penalty-free by any means, but it was a lot less flag-happy than what we've seen tonight. But
so it'll be 1st and 10. I don't know if you do any. I mean, I think the way they throw the ball, I think they're going to probably – the way they make you miss in space, it doesn't take much.
Right, you can score quick.
The clock is rolling.
Running,
4, 3. Simpson just hands it off to his running back Jones, and he's going to be brought down at about the 42.
He fumbled the ball.
So that will do it for the first half. At halftime, Bluefield leads at 42-7. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the Dr. Bruce Cassis halftime show after this break. All right, welcome back to the Midland Trail Sports Network. A few minutes here to go in a halftime show. Bluefield leads at 42-7 in what was really, Chad, I mean, Bluefield just played much better in that first half, but field position was really, I think, what gave Bluefield the advantage to kind of get things rolling.
Set the tone early for them. Yeah, they didn't need to do a whole lot themselves other than just take advantage of the field position they had, and that really hurt Trail as far as being behind in the field position.
Yeah, I mean,
and just gave up too much.
You came out, you forced a 3 and out, you feel good. Bluefield had a good punt already. They pinned them down at the 10, but then you had a holding call, and then you had a personal foul that put it down inside the 2.5-yard line, and you really couldn't get out of there. You went 3 and out and didn't have a good punt. So and that's when Bluefield was able to take advantage. First play, they got in from 21 yards out, and it just seemed like it steamrolled from there.
Yeah, just Trail couldn't quite get a handle on it, and like you said, the field piling on a little bit at a time to where they weren't able to get any kind of positive things happen until late in that second quarter, where you got completed a big pass and then another short pass, and then kind of opened up that run game, and then Ewing was able to take up straight up the field and get in the end zone, and then you create the turnover on the kickoff, and you're down trying to get yourself in position, and then you kind of force that pass a little bit to gauge where the defender made a good play on it, just come up with it. It didn't hurt you points-wise as far as them getting points out of it because the clock ran out, but it could have been huge if we were talking about if you could have got in the end zone there and you're sitting at 14 and then you get this ball back on this second half kick when you receive it. If you could have turned that into points, then all of a sudden you're looking at a 42-21 game, and it's not saying you're going to come back and trade blow for blow in scoring, but you're at least threatening a little bit and showing some life that you're you're within 3 scores then at that point, and then you just take your chances, because now the weather that we were hoping for to slow this Bluefield passing game down is starting to hit as just as the teams were coming out on the field to start the second half. Pretty good rain started coming in. It's not wind-driven or anything. It's coming straight down, but
that American flag is almost completely
it is
blown
moving
out
a little bit, but
but
the rain seems like it's falling almost just pretty much straight down right now, but it's fairly heavy. It's not a super driving rain, but it sent a lot of the fans to grabbing their umbrellas and getting under the tents that were set up and stuff. So set on the top row.
You wouldn't have been together very well, but
yeah, but you would have. Yeah, yeah.
That made a lot of news that when we went to Richwood and that person.
Oh, the tree stand during COVID when they locked him out of the stadium, and then he just set his tree stand up. Then he stayed in there, and
during
every
COVID,
week
wasn't it?
It was during COVID, yeah, and he stayed in that thing each week to watch a game. I wonder if that tree stand's still there. But if it, we'll see if this rain does do anything to slow that Bluefield passing game down. Nothing.
Can't tell how much it's raining right now. I'm trying to look in.
You have to look. It's coming down pretty good.
It's coming down pretty decent. And that's the thing. A rain like this, I don't know how much it affects your passing game when everything's short. They went downfield a few times, but the most of their success was just screen plays, tunnel screens, bubble screens, little out patterns. They had some success on some deep balls. In that first half, Bluefield didn't have any turnovers. Midland Trail had two. They had a fumble and an interception. So Bluefield set to kick off here. The field didn't. Did it? So Bluefield kicks it straight down the middle. It's going to be taken by, I believe that's Stevens at about the 10-yard line. He's cutting across the field, across the 20. Lowers the shoulder and takes about 3 Bluefield defenders, and they never bring him down.
He took a
they
pretty
finally
good
blow
shot,
it dead, and he's going to give him forward progress to 28-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, that first half I unofficially had Jaden Roop 16 carries, 31 yards. So
less than 2 yards a carry. That's way below his season average. Coming into the game averaging 154 yards a game and almost about 8 yards a carry. 24 touchdowns. Hadn't been able to add on to that. So they're going to come out with that wishbone formation. Johnson to his right and I'm guessing that's Ewing to his left. They give it to Jake Ewing. He runs a long ways, but I don't think he's going to get but about a yard. Tried to stretch that one out to the right side.
Also in that first half, Race Dickerson was 2 of 8 for 34 yards. So he only hit on those 3 pass plays, but big one was a 21-yarder to Stevens, and then the one to
Kevin for 2
Jake
or 3?
Ewing.
Is it 2?
2. I'm sorry, 3.
Yeah,
his
3.
third
One. He had one
yeah,
to
the
Stevens,
third one was,
one to Ewing.
Oh no, that's right. That was a Ewing rush for a touchdown. I put it in the passing category. That was Ewing didn't catch that when he caught the one before that. So yeah, he was 2 of.
So second down, Dickerson rolls to his right. He's under pressure, and he is slung down for a sack as number 28, Jamar Hickman.
Yeah, it's going to be a big loss, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was scrimmage from the 29. They're going to spot him all the way back at the 20, so he loses 9 there. He tried to break loose at the sack, and they just slung him backwards. So it's going to bring up third, and I like this. The chain's got it first down. I like that a lot better, but instead it's going to be third and about 18 here, scrimmaging from your own 20.
Yeah, so not the start of this possession you were wanting to see. You had decent field position to start out for once.
So Dickerson hands it off to his fullback there. That's Ewing, and he's gets back some of the yardage, but across to the 25, and that's where it'll be blown dead.
Bring up that fourth down and about 13.
Punt team out. Yeah, 4th and 13.
So Bluefield does their job and doesn't let Trail threaten anymore.
They move the ball pretty decently, but that sack really killed that one.
Yeah, that sack was a big loss. You lose 9 on that, and that just really put you behind the sticks.
If they gave us 6 points for every fly we killed in this press box, we'd be winning.
Yeah, it would be.
Bennett's kick is an awkward one. Calhoun catches about the 48. He's got a lot of running room across the 40, down inside the 30, and finally brought down there by Quincy Jenkins about the 27-yard line. And that came off Bennett's toe, very weird.
It was like a knuckleball almost, and it was end over end, but he fielded it pretty well, and then
and that's one of those ones, if you'd known what the return was going to be, you wouldn't have punted it, because that punt netted
right after
2 yards.
2 yards after he returns it, and yeah, basically if you wouldn't have got hardly any yards, you would have been in the same spot.
Yeah.
So
it'll be 1st and 10 Bluefield at the Midland Trail 27. Still have their starters in. Simpson hands it off to the running back Jones. He's being chased by Xander Uten. Xander Uten gets taken out by his own man, and
Jones scampers. We got flags down.
He gets down to the 4. They're calling a penalty.
Xander went down hard.
But he got taken out by his own man.
I'm not sure how it got caused, though. It may have been caused by like a chop block, or not a chop block, maybe a block below.
So he was pushed into him.
Okay.
So that negates a big 20-yard run.
And that one was a direct result of that run. That did spring that run.
Yeah, that block in the back, because Xander was there to make the tackle. And see, he didn't get pushed. His man, or the other Patriot, got pushed in the back into
Xander, and then sent Xander head over heels, basically. And
so that's now going to bring up 1st and about 20 for the Beavers.
Oh, here we go.
Max White has Simpson for a sack, but he breaks the tackle, and he's going to be getting about 2 or 3 yards on the play, and Xander brings him down and does the little bear crawl.
Yeah, Xander, they had him. Well, that was Max White that had him in the backfield, and then couldn't quite get him down, and Simpson did a good job to scramble out of it.
So second
Like
and
you
15
said,
for the Beavers. Got 20 seconds on the play clock here. I'd say maybe in the playoffs they follow by that 35-point rule pretty religiously. I don't think they're actually supposed to start until maybe the fourth quarter, so there is no running clock right now. So second and 15, Simpson hands it off to his running back Jones. He's got a hole. He's dragging defenders. Still on his feet, finally pushed out of bounds.
Oh, man, I'm sure we'll go get a flag here.
No,
the contact started in the field of play, and then
Yeah.
it just carried on out of bounds, and there was about 4 guys engaged in it, so it'd be hard to flag that.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 5. Yeah, they were momentum carried him out of bounds, so he got all the way up to the Midland Trail 22. It looks like I think he needs the 17, so it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Beavers.
Yeah, Trail's defense just trying to do their best to hold up here and see if they can try to get this ball back to their offense and maybe
Simpson takes the
stir
snap,
something.
looking for Calhoun. Calhoun
right through his
goes
hands.
right through his hands. I almost hit him. I think it hit him in the face mask.
Yeah, it come firing in there. Maybe that's a result of the wet ball. We got a little bit of rain. That's what you wonder that you were kind of hoping for, but.
So bring up 4th down.
So it's always not a great recipe to try to count on Mother Nature to help you with what you're hoping for in a game plan. But
so 4th and 5, Simpson drops back to pass. Good defense there from John Neal as he steps in front of the defender and bats it away. So that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great defense that time by Neal and by this Trail defense to hold up because they were set up there. So
they had good field position in the end. They only picked up 5 yards.
I was going to say, really, from where Trail had the ball the last time, you really.
Yeah, you punted last time from the 25, and you're getting the ball back here from the 22. So you only lost 3 yards there after the punt, and the defense played well there. That was a big looking for a little – looked like the receiver – Jaleel Jones was running a little curl route, but John Neal got his hand in front of it and knocked it away. So it'd be 1st and 10. Dickerson hands it off to Roop. He gets it across the 25 and
running hard. Yeah, picking up.
Gets it across to about the 28.
Yeah, he
one of his bigger runs.
Yeah, he got tackled from behind, which helped push him
so he
got field a little bit better.
Got 6 there, so 2nd and 4.
Still love to see him rip off a big one here and get in the open field and make those guys tackle.
Any initial penetration. That time, I don't know what happened. He took the handoff and he got hit, but he was able to wiggle through. He picks up 1, so it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, so don't know if. I guess, if you're not behind the chains too much here, you may be looking at 4 down.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't lose any yards here, you may think about it going for it on 4th down.
Yeah,
so 3rd and 3. Ball's sitting just shy of the 30. It looks like they need the 33. Dickerson's going to come out with 2 receivers to each side. Jaden Roop to his left. He brings Stevens in motion. And Dickerson rolls under pressure, throws it away, and he luckily got it. He got it past the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it kind of fluttered over there. We were wondering if it was going to make it, but
he got it past. So that'll bring up 4th and 3, and maybe your last game of the year. So not holding anything back here, but they will.
They are going to bring the punt team on. Yeah, a little bit surprising, but I guess they didn't get anything.
I thought
there,
maybe. I guess maybe think about going for it. Your 3rd down calls maybe a run there, and then if you don't get it, then you go for it on 4th down.
But if this punt doesn't net much more than the next time, you may think,
yeah,
why don't we go ahead and.
So Independence leads Doddridge County 27-26 in the 3rd quarter. Bennett punt. Gets a leg on this one. It's backpedaling. Ball's on. He was on the ground when
his knee was down. Okay,
yeah, he's dead. Or he's not dead. The play's dead.
Yeah, I was going to say they should be blowing the whistle on that. I thought they were going to let him run.
So that was about that's the best punt we've had all night by far.
Yeah, put them pins them back to the 34-yard, their own 34-yard line. So that's
number 11
more like
there,
a
Demario Smith. He bobbled the punt, which in essence he went to the ground to pick it up, and with his knees on the ground he had control. So it's blown dead there. So Bluefield still looks like they've got all their starters in. Simpson still in at quarterback. I see Calhoun out there and Jones at running back. Yeah, you wonder how long they leave those starters out there because, I mean, at this point, you're up 35. I mean, an injury right now at this point in the season could be crucial.
Yeah, and if they put one on the board here, you got to think they might.
They give it to Jones, and that's –
somebody have a face mask?
I don't know if they had a face mask or they had it up around the jersey. It was very close, but Jones drags his defenders for about 6 yards. He picks up 8 on the play. He's not complaining too much, so the hand may have been around.
Yeah, it must have been just under his
inside
face
the
mask.
jersey.
Clay County's still getting.
Yeah, that Cameron Wahama score is very surprising. Wahama figured to be one of the favorites in single A this year. So 2nd and 2 for the Beavers. He fakes it to Jones, quick pass out to number 4, and that's going to be a block in the back, and we're not going to get the call. I mean, he pushed him down right in front of the play, and nonetheless, it goes for about a 20-yard pickup. I'm not sure what you got to do to get that call.
Yeah, that seemed like that was pretty obvious and clear and obvious.
The trail player broke down to make the tackle and just got shoved right in the back. But they throw it out to Chadney Standback, and he gets it all the way down to the Midland Trail 38. So it'll be 1st and 10 there.
Several scores have been a little bit lopsided that we're hearing come in. And then some surprising ones, too.
Dropping back to pass, goes across the middle to Standback, and he threw it before Standback was ready.
Yeah, he kind of brought it in there a little early. Stand back. Yeah, this quarterback's going to be
Pin.
This quarterback could be somebody that you're hearing about pushing for maybe possibly Division I type.
Yeah, I mean, he
stuff.
probably looks like somebody that's going to be playing on Saturdays, whether that's Division II, III, or 1 level, and Calhoun could be there at receiver as well. So 2nd and 10, Simpson's going to hand it off to number 15. That is Tab. Tab's going to pick up about 7 down to the Midland Trail 31. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 3. So if the scores stay as they are, Bluefield will play host next week to Philip Barber, the 2-3 matchup. In the 1 seed, Frankfort does not play Mingo Central until tomorrow. Bluefield and not Bluefield, Independence, Dodgers County play the winner of that one.
Oh, it must be a cramp. They're running back, starting
Simpson
running back.
on 3rd and 3 throws it deep to Calhoun, and he throws it a little too deep.
Stevens had good coverage down there. Looks like Jones, their starting running back's getting stretched out for a cramp on the sideline. That's why we're seeing did you say Tab is 15?
No, wasn't it? Yeah, Jerry and Tab.
Likes a soft drink.
Just an extra B. Tab. Do they still make that?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not sure.
Where can you buy it?
I
Mayberry?
haven't seen it in a while.
So 4th and 3. And
didn't make contact. Trail got back.
Everybody thought that Trail jumped off sides, but they don't. There's 8 seconds, and Simpson's still looking over, and Bluefield's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. They into a long count, and the Trail defender jumped in the neutral zone, but he got back, and he didn't make contact, so it wasn't offsides because they never snapped the ball.
So it'll be, when we come out of this timeout, it'll be 4th and 3, 4:48 to go. Still no scores here in this second half. Each team now on their 2 possessions.
Hey, once again, Toyota, your local West Virginia Toyota dealers, proud to be official partner of the WVFSAC. So isn't WVU Thomas Hospitals. And West Virginia National Guard, nationalguard.com. Chick-fil-A serving 86,000 boys and girls across the state of West Virginia.
I'm not sure we see Jones anymore. He's cramping pretty good over there.
Yeah, we can't thank our sponsors enough for all season long for everything they do, and definitely urge everyone to pay them a visit.
Simpson drops back to pass, throws a quick slant to Pax Calhoun, and it hits him in the hands again, and he drops it.
Yeah, the tough catches he comes up with and the ones that look more routine, he's not able to pull in. So trail defenders again right there with like a umbrella coverage behind him. And
yeah, we appreciate all of our sponsors this year. It's been a great season. I mean, this is going to go down as one of the most historic seasons in Midland Trail. I mean, they in Double-A this year, making it to the quarterfinals. It's been a while. I mean, especially in Double-A since they've made it this far. You had a lot of great wins. You beat Nicholas County, you hadn't done in a while. You beat James Monroe. Good, successful season no matter what happens from here on out. Dickerson rolls, and he's going to run out of bounds here, but there is a flag on the play. But, yeah, I mean, whatever happens, I mean, it happens. If this is the last game of the season, it was a holding. It's going to go down as one of the most successful seasons. It's been fun for me. I think it's been fun for you this year. It's been a great team to watch and develop, especially, like I said, we really, first time we saw a lot of these kids was their 8th grade year. We watched them win a championship and talked about how special they could be, and they turned that into something real.
Yeah, they've been and it's been it's an easy team to root for and get behind because there's some character. All these kids are not only characters in their own right, but they've got great character, especially these seniors leading the way. But this whole team has just been, a really great blessing to enjoy watching this season.
Roop takes handoff there and goes for about 4 yards. Yeah, I mean, it's always tough knowing that, especially when in this time that you step on the field, it could be your last. I mean, that's
right. The great things about the playoffs and the horrible things about the playoffs is how quick it ends when it does come to that time.
So Root picks up 4 there, so it brings up 2nd and 16.
Yeah, and we usually kind of look forward at what you can expect for next year. You got a proven quarterback.
Back pass. He's got Stevens open. Stevens, that's one that goes right through his hands.
Nearly snared that one. I think he might have had
maybe a touchdown.
Maybe could have taken it for a touchdown. We would have got to see his speed there.
Yeah, next year, I mean, it's going to be, every year is always different, but it's going to be a much different team next year that we covered this year. When you got 20 starters and the majority of them were in your skill positions and your line, you got to be replacing your whole offensive line, your backfield, besides.
You basically have Race coming.
You got Race coming back.
And
I'd be interested to see who fills in those positions. So 3rd and 16, Dickerson's going to have 2 receivers to each side. He steps up in the pocket. He throws. Oh. And
just a little too high.
Nope.
Thought he was across the line of scrimmage for a minute there, but I guess
the receiver Foster was the intended receiver there. He got hit. I didn't know if they were going to blow it early, so that'll go incomplete. Once again, that's a lot of times this year we've seen they got behind the chains on 1st down, and that's a normal game is tough to recover from. Against a good team like this makes it even harder.
It's even tougher. Yeah. Now you're looking at 4th and 17.
4th and 16.
16, so going to bring on the punt team.
Yeah, like I say, it's been a fun season. If it ends tonight, it ends tonight. I think it'll be a season people look back and remember for a while.
Yeah, and definitely they'll appreciate this team for the great season.
Smith bobbled that punt, but he's got it across the 50. Tackled there as soon as he gets across the 50 by Xander Uten, and then there is a flag behind the play.
Yeah, it looks
if that's an unsportsmanlike on Calhoun, he has one already, doesn't he?
Yeah. So this one will be interesting because
if that's an he may be done.
Because he had one of the offsetting ones, right?
He had one of the offsettings, and I believe that win is an unsportsmanlike. If that's 2, he would not. They called holding. Okay, so that's a big thing.
He was complaining, I guess, because they called
and
the hold.
That's one thing though. You need to probably. He's got one unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, you got to be careful because you set out next week.
You get one here. You're out next week. You miss the semifinal game.
Right, and he's a key contributor to this. Both offense, well, definitely huge on the offense. Yeah, so that's going to
back Bluefield up to their own 27. That's where they'll start here.
So
Simpson's still in the game for the Beavers.
Trail defense can play a little bit loose here, maybe just.
But they do
try to crank his pressure up. If Bluefield's going to be committed to throwing the ball still, you'd think they would maybe kind of surrender and
I don't know if
go into the run game.
It's still raining at all.
Let me take a look out the back door.
Simpson hands it off to Jones. He's got a big hole over the right side. He's across 35. There is a flag on the play.
It's just it looks like it's pretty much slowed down to almost nothing now. So
we had Jones picks up about 12. So they had 5 in the backfield. So
3:31 on this third quarter
I think that's,
clock.
If you look at this Beavers team, and a knock that could hold them back from advancing next week is the penalties.
Yeah, they've definitely, and you said they were flagged a good bit in that first round playoff game. They definitely need to clean that up if they want to keep marching on, because I know, when your team gets knocked out of it, it kind of makes it hard to follow the other teams and see what happens. But it will be interesting to see if Bluefield goes on here, how they do, because it looks like they're going to be matched up against Philip Barber here at home. And you got to think that their speed is going to, help them a lot. But those penalties could be a huge setback for
They bring Jeremiah Smith in motion. They pitch it to him. He's going to pick up the penalty yardage and maybe then some. And he gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, I mean, that's what's been key for a killer for them is penalties. And luckily a lot of them was after the game had opened up a little bit and it didn't really hurt them. And, it is – I mean, they are a young team, but it's also week 12.
Right.
Week 13.
Yeah, you got to think.
You've been practicing for over 3 months. You think you got those things figured out. So it'd be 2nd and 10 for the Beavers. Simpson is at Tab in the backfield again. They hand it off to Tab, and stiff arms Jake Ewing. Xander Ruten's chasing him down. Xander brings him down along with Jasper Swafford.
Yeah, good defense there, but both those guys coming in to close in on him and sandwich him, and he's going to pick up 1 yard.
Give him one there, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
In the fourth quarter, with 8 minutes to go, it's Doddridge County 32, Independence 27.
So Doddridge is now taking the lead over Independence 32-27 in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes left.
Sounds like that thing is back and forth all the way.
I thought Doddridge County could pull the upset, especially with the injuries to Independence. Gives it to Tab here on 3rd down. He's got the first down across the 40, across the 50. He's going to run out of bounds at the Midland Trail 35-yard line.
Yeah, Brody Jones kind of corralled him out of bounds finally, but looked like he was going to be hemmed in. Then it looked like he was going to take it to the house. Then they finally got a hold of him.
So they're going to give him 40 yards there. Yeah, you had him originally behind the line of scrimmage, but he was quick.
Trail's done a pretty good job in the second half limiting those explosive plays, but that one got loose pretty quick. So
1st and 10 for the Beavers. Ball sitting at the Midland Trail 34. Simpson going to hand it off to number 22. Case and Knuckles grabbed him for a loss.
He's going.
That was
backwards. Was it Tab again? No,
I would have never guessed that guy's name was Sean Brown.
Who's that?
Or is it Jay? Okay, Jay Sean Brown. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
22.
22 is Jay Sean Brown.
He's going to lose about 3 yards. Good job by the defense that time.
Case and Knuckles grabbed him and pretty much slung him backwards. So 2nd and 13, maybe 14 for the Beavers. As now they're just looking at run clock, probably get to this fourth quarter and get that running clock going. Try to get out of this without any injuries or anything crazy happening. They give it back to
Jay Sean Brown.
So he gets back 2 of the yards he lost.
Yeah, he's that looks – I think you're right. They don't have a reason to have their 2 starting running backs taking too much wear and tear right now.
Brown is a freshman. I mean, this team is loaded with underclassmen. Like we said, we had pregame show. I think they have 4 seniors, and none of them are the skill players.
Yeah, it'd be great to see him go to AAA in the future.
Simpson on 3rd and 11 drops back to pass. It's caught there by Jeremiah Smith.
I thought he dropped the ball was coming loose. I think that's why the trail defender came in there, but
I believe they're going to get Weiss on for a late hit.
Yeah, they're going to call a late hit.
It's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate because that it would have had him held up.
It would have been 4th and 6 probably.
Personal foul, number 16 on the defense.
Personal foul, number 16.
Brody Jones that came in, or I thought you thought
Brody. That was
been Brody.
That was 26. It wasn't on Brody. Brody's getting called out for. He's like, that wasn't me. Yeah, it was Weiss that dove in there.
The 15-yard line between the 15 and the 14. 1st and 10 for Bluefield.
So it'd be 1st and 10. They move it all the way down to about the 14-yard line of the Patriots. Hands it off to Jayshon Brown, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds there.
So another
flag and 2 more flags.
Yeah, he got pushed 2 different times after he went out of bounds.
The first one was
still legit. Yeah, I think if he was right at the out of bounds line when he got contacted, but the next one was a little extra shove, and part of it's probably frustration and part of it's just bad timing on Trail's defenders. But
and this is what we've seen a lot of times this year is when you're losing like this, you got to be careful. As a winning team, you still got all those.
A lot to play for.
Yeah.
So they got Max White on that one, but
dead ball penalty will move the ball half the distance to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes these things happen and it goes from bad to worse, and it just kind of starts unraveling a little bit, and they're ending up.
So it's going to be 1st and goal at the the 4?
Yeah, they got him spotted about the 4. It looks like.
And still waiting for the play to be set.
Yeah, 11 seconds on this clock, but start on the snap.
Yep, on the snap. Clock will run. Tab in the backfield. Simpson looking for a pass, and Max White
made him pay.
Unloads on
and that's where,
Simpson.
And that was a good, clean shot, but that's where if you're Bluefield,
why do you
need
still
your
have your starting quarterback
in there
the
taking shots when you're down close to the goal line. I mean, he's feeling that.
Yeah, I mean, Max White
He may have
untouched.
to come out of the game just under his own power to he's feeling it. Like, I don't know, looks like he's holding his hand now. So
yeah, you're up 42-7. You have no business having your starting quarterback in the game. As he's
right. I mean, you got to think he's not
getting
a lot of contact, but you get a free shot like that all of a sudden.
I mean, you got a guy like Max White who's possibly playing his last high school game ever. He gets a chance to tee off on the quarterback. They're going to take it.
Right. That was just a good, clean, straight up the field middle blitz, and he unloaded on him and let him know that he was, the defense is still there. So yeah,
he lost. We'll see. I don't know where they officially spotted it after the sack.
Showed him. They got him at the 10 right now.
Yeah, so he lost about 6 on that play. So we head to the 4th quarter. Bluefield leads at 42-7. That was the score at halftime. Nobody did anything in that 3rd quarter. Bluefield kind of slowed the game down. Really only throwing it on 3rd down, trying to run clock. And we'll see if I don't really see a reason to have your starting quarterback in the game right now in the quarterfinal matchup up 42-7.
Not if you're Bluefield and you've got a game that you've got your sights set on playing next week in the 3rd round of the playoffs.
I'm trying to see if we on this roster, I don't even have another quarterback listed.
Well, I got to think they're going to find. Well, no, he's staying in. I guess he shook it off, but that was his throwing hand, I think, that he was holding, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He never had a chance to get Max White was in his face, and he never had a chance to get the pass off, and then he just went straight to the ground under Max White's control.
So,
Clock will start when we're ready for play.
so fourth quarter will be a running clock as long as it stays a 35-point game, and the clock is now running. So it'll be 2nd and goal for the Beavers. Ball is at the 10. Simpson passing again. There's a penalty, and it is overthrown.
Max White was looking for him again on the sack. Yeah, that flag came in early. Was it a procedure or a formation? Yeah.
And that's probably the 4th time we've had 5 in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, a receiver's just not.
Well, that was a lineman.
Oh, it was a lineman that was too
a
deep
lineman's
on his.
not getting set on the line. He's kind of floating back into the backfield. So that's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 15.
That's just a concentration mistake.
Simpson hands it off to Tab, and he's grabbed by Uten and Weiss, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So it'll be 3rd and goal for the Beavers. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a tough decision as a coach when you're losing like this. Do you keep your senior? How long do you keep your seniors in there just because it's their last game?
It's their last game, yeah.
But then you want to get some of those younger guys just so they can say they
have some playoff experience. Yeah,
just say you played in a quarterfinal game.
Yeah, I don't think you were really able to get many of them in last week because it was still
so close down to the last couple possessions. And this fourth quarter is going to go by quick with the running clock.
Right, you're going to be stressed to try to get him in there.
So 3rd and goal, Simpson pitches it over to Tab. He's got a lot of running room over the right side. He gets inside the 10, down to the 5, still on his feet, gets tackled at about the 3-yard line. So it'll be 4th and goal from the 3.
Yeah, they cannot no first down available here, but yeah, we're going to scrimmage him into 3, it looks like.
Yep, about 3.5-yard line here. The Beavers will scrimmage. It'll be 4th and goal. Yeah, that was just a little toss to Tab. Looks like they're bringing two more beef in.
Beef package.
They're going to kick it.
Well, you know what they say.
And they're going to have to burn a timeout unless they want him to kick it a little bit longer because.
And they may be all right with that.
They're going to call timeout.
They want a timeout, but.
Timeout, Bluefield.
So they're going to call timeout here with 9:37 to go. They jog on Dominic DeCibio for about, what are we looking at, Chad? About a 21-yarder maybe?
So they're scrimmaging from the 4.
So about a 21-yarder.
Yeah, about 21. So
not much, really, only a yard more than an
extra
point.
Yeah, it's really similar. It is from not from the center of the field. It's from the far hash mark.
Right hash, kicking right to. He's going to be kicking right to left. Rain coming down a little bit heavier.
Starting to pick back up. Yeah, maybe if you're Trail, you'd like to block this field goal. Or have him kick it into the lineman like we saw last week. Sounds like a soccer kicker's name. Let's see if he kicks it soccer style. They line up for the
clock
field goal
is
attempt.
Rolling here. 4th and goal. It'll be a 20-yarder. Scipio's kick is good.
It was good. Yeah, he did look like he's a soccer player. So 9:29 left in this fourth quarter. Brings up 45 for Bluefield. 7 points for Trail. So they got to stop on the third down and forced them into the decision, and they figured they might as well work on their kicking game a little bit, and probably a good decision. So
so 9:29 to go here. Clock will stop momentarily for the change of possession. And the Trail will get another chance on offense. We'll see if they keep those seniors out there on offense or bring a little bit of subs in. Like I said, this has been a great senior class. This senior class picked up the first school playoff win technically since 2018. They had 2 playoff appearances. They missed the playoffs their freshman year. Sophomore year lost at Tucker County.
Tucker County, yep.
And then you just missed out last year.
Yeah, that's you like to think, okay, they're kind of rejuvenating this program a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see. You know, next year will be one of those years. We kind of felt like this could be a good special season because of these seniors and how long they've been together, and you had 54 players basically that you started the season with. So it'll be next year will be a season where it's going to be kind of a wait and see each week and see what you come up with. The schedule will be a lot different.
That kick's going to go out of bounds.
Way out of bounds. So trail of scrimmage from their own 35, which is good. But it'll be one of those. I know the schedule there might still be a couple holes in that schedule that they're trying to get filled right now.
Last I was told, there was
Philip Barber, 69. Clay County, 7.
at least two to fill.
Jefferson.
Ball replaced the first and 10.
In Quad A, Jefferson is a final, 28.
There's-
George Washington, 21.
So
Announcing some scores here.
Single A, Cameron is leading 42-16 over Wahama in the fourth.
So Cameron,
Cameron
7
continuing,
seed.
yeah, continuing to.
So they're going to knock off 2 seed Wahama.
And you said Wahama was playing basically a home game, but they moved the game to.
They moved the game to Point Pleasant.
Yeah, so that they could. I'm assuming it's a turf field.
Doddridge now up 39-27 with 3 minutes left.
Oh, on Independence.
On Independence. So, and that was the thing about Independence. They were a very good team, but injuries could derail that season quickly. And they've been playing hurt for weeks and weeks, and they've managed to get by. They got by Nicholas with those injuries.
Did they get their running back, or
was he supposed to play tonight? I don't know if he did. I know he came back last week, and they said he played about 4 plays offensively and just
couldn't
go.
Might have
So
been
now
the
we've
story
got a
this
timeout.
time.
Who called a timeout there? Bluefield. So Bluefield burned another timeout.
They must be putting some more subs in maybe and giving.
This looks like Midland Trail's still going to have their offense. Maybe they'll give this offense one more drive. Maybe try to end it with a score.
Yeah, with 8:49.
Cameron, 42. Number 2, Wahama, 16.
So Cameron beat Wahama 42-16.
It was pretty decisive. Yeah, that was.
Cameron a 7 seed. This would have been the year that I would have loved for us
Trail to
be
be in single A. Yeah, that you can't help but think what.
I mean, I'm not. We may not have played the schedule we played, but if you go by points alone, we'd have been the 1 seed.
The 1 seed. You would have been a 1 seed. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't play the schedule that you have.
Right, if you're in single
if
A.
You're in single, but
you almost could. You could
have and been fine. They give it to Roop this time, and he picks up. We give him 4 yards across to the 39.
It's like Bluefield has brought in some subs now that.
Yeah, I mean, we knew Independence playing Dodgers. Dodgers was undefeated. I mean, they beat a lot of good teams. They didn't play a lot of AAA, so they didn't get a lot of those points. But
and they've had that thing rolling for a while. Yeah. We saw that.
Roop gets a big run there. He picks up the first down, give him 8 yards out to the 48.
Yeah, we saw that a few years ago when we were up there, and Doddridge just continues to be a power every year.
Dickerson dropping back to pass. He's got Stevens open. Stevens slide and catch. He's going to have the first down, I believe.
Yeah,
he's had it. He picked up 11 there.
About a yard. Got about a yard extra. So yeah, that Ray's still standing in there and delivering. So, and Stevens coming up with some.
Was it second catch?
Second catch, and
a couple he'd like to have back. And
yeah, they was really close on. So he's done a good job filling in for.
Give it to Gage Johnson, and Johnson picks up about 2 over the left side. So that's going to bring up second, and we'll give him 3 there. Call it 7.
Sean Brown on the stop.
Yeah, you can't say enough about this offensive line and the seniors, and it's.
They give it to Roop, and he breaks a tackle. He gets it down to about the 35. Give him about 3 there.
Yeah, they will be well missed, but these underclassmen will just have to kind of pick up the sword and march on next season and kind of, hopefully get some leaders to step up, because you didn't have to have any leaders. Somebody's shaking up trail over there, or
Not
maybe
sure. We
working
haven't-
out a cramp on that sideline.
We have an official timeout. I'm not sure what it's for.
It'll be third and about
But you didn't really need anybody to step up to be a leader. It's just you had so many seniors that just held everybody accountable on the whole team. So you got to think that you'll need a couple of individuals to kind of fill that role to take the lead next season to bring everybody else along.
Dickerson's had a man open downfield. He just didn't see him. He had Jet Ford streaking down the field. Instead, Dickerson takes a sack for about 6 yards.
Yeah, that one was tough.
He
He just had to
Jet Ford beat his man.
Cuthbertson,
So that's going to bring up 4th and 11.
fourth
And
and 11 for the Patriots.
Yeah, he had couldn't find anybody quick enough, and then he was just swarmed pretty quick and just had to cover that thing up and take the loss.
so Dickerson on 4th down drops back to pass. He throws it deep to Jet Ford, and it bounces out of his hands. It'll be incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Had him where he wanted it. It hit him in the hands.
Put it in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, Jet had to stretch out to get it. It would have been a tough catch, but did come off of his hands, and Jet looked like he was in a good spot there with it, but just couldn't quite come up with it.
Can't imagine we'll see the starters for Bluefield, but you never know.
On offense, yeah. I kind of doubt it. I'll be sure. It looks like a quarterback's coming out. I was going to say, I thought if we don't see anybody, I thought for sure it would be.
But in reality.
Yeah, but maybe there's not another quarterback that's ready to.
Yeah, Doddridge County, this one's they got the ball back. They got the ball back with 2 minutes to go and with 11-point lead, and that may be all road on independent season. So not a good night for either Patriots.
No, the Patriots are suffering a tough.
So Simpson
Tough
is
night.
Still in at quarterback, and he took
Flag
way
for-
too long.
So to delay a game,
Yep.
They talked about it on the sideline forever. I don't know. Tried to see if they were figuring out who was coming in the game. But 4:50, clock's still turning.
See, this is what I say. You got this right now. They don't actually have to ever run a play again if you didn't want to. With the running clock, you just take.
Right, just keep taking losses.
Yeah. Keep taking delay games.
Right, because it's it does not stop. So
Simpson, he hands it off to his running back there. He's brought down by Jake Ewing. I can't see who the running back was there. I think it may have been Jay Sean Brown.
Inside handoff for Bluefield.
yeah, he got picked up a couple of inches. It looks like, but
But here comes a mass substitution on that offensive line.
now they're subbing out. Yeah, it looks like all of the Bluefield players are getting subbed. So I got starting. I don't know if is that the starting offensive line or was that
it was
some of the backups? Maybe these. If this is third string, you still got some decent sized guys there.
they handed off to Brown again. He picks up the penalty yards and then some. Brought down by Max White. He gets it down to the 45, so that'll bring up 3rd and 7.
It'll be 3rd and 7 for Bluefield.
Yeah, you kind of. When it comes to an end, you're bummed when you're in the playoffs, and then the reality starts setting in. But
Final score: Wheeling Central
When-
41, Tucker County 8.
when the game's over, it's almost a little bit of a relief in a way because it's been a long season, it's been a grind, and you're usually pretty beat up, and but you remember the good times you had all season long. And
It's 3rd and 8. Simpson hands it off to Brown. He's not going to get the first down.
wow.
He takes a shot. I believe that
Major
was Max
shot.
White.
that was a major shot over there on the sideline. So Max is getting his money's worth here in the final minutes of his
Football
final
career, high school
season,
football
yeah.
career. So it'll be 4th and 2. We'll see what Bluefield elects to do here.
Got to think they'll just line up and go for it or kneel it. 2:38 on the clock.
They do have a lot of subs here at the skills position. Do they have another quarterback on the roster?
I don't think so. I mean, he's shocked that he's still out there.
Hands it off to Jay Sean Brown, and Brown is not going to. Well, it depends
got
on the
right
spot.
to the spot. Boy, he is right at it. Now the question is, do the refs say, hey,
Yeah.
leave it in Bluefield's
this spot
hands, the
may
game's
be-
over, or are they going to say, Trail, you need –
Yeah, I'm not real. I mean,
they
if
gave
maybe
him
a
first
closer
down.
game, I'd probably be a little bit more upset on that
right.
spot.
I think normally that may bring the chains out, but they do signal first down. So takes it into Trail territory to the 48-yard line, inside the 48-yard line. But
either Friday or Saturday.
yeah, but nice. I'll tell you, nice venue, nice setting here. This press box is pretty neat because it's a three-story deal.
Three-story,
We're
and
on
it's
top of it.
Probably
We're on
four
the
or
top
five
story.
rooms in each level.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
They handed off to Jay Sean Brown. He's across the 40. Really surprised we haven't seen victory formation yet.
Yeah, I was going to say that might do it. They got a first down there. You got to think they
Well, that
maybe
was 1st and 10.
right, but I mean they just picking up this latest one with just you're a minute. You're going to be under a minute 15 or something when they snap it. I got to think they'll.
Yeah, they really only probably have to snap it one more time.
Yeah, so they may just kneel on it now. It looks like it's no, they're.
Yeah,
they're
going
gonna
to
go
go
victory.
victory formation. I hope that's what this formation is. Similar to what Trail runs.
Yeah, they've got a deep back with two protectors on each side.
And Simpson will take a knee, killing his rushing on the game.
Yeah, that.
Actually, I don't think he's only ran it probably at one time. He didn't run it very much.
He had.
I think he was only sacked, once?
He was sacked at one time, but he was number 2. He had 2 rushes. He rushed for 3 yards, and then that 6-yard sack loss that he had that Max White picked up on him.
So Simpson has to take one more snap here. We appreciate – what? They never even took us – oh, they never started the play clock.
They didn't
So Midland Trail drops their quarterfinal matchup here against Bluefield. They finished the season 10-2. Really nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, you exceeded all expectations this year. I mean, we set some predictions to ourselves before the season. We thought 7 wins and possibly sneak into the playoffs, and instead they come in and they host a playoff game, win a playoff game for the first time in 7 years. Really tonight, though, Chad, I mean, it just started early with that field position just not going your way. Starting it, you had that good 3-and-out on defense and then some penalties after a good punt. And you just really – you gave Bluefield good field position on their second drive, and they capitalized on it.
Yeah, that was I think we didn't really know what to think. We look at things through red, white, and blue glasses, and we like to think, Trail has a shot against anybody, especially when you get to senior leadership that we've talked about so much. But we knew Bluefield has speed all over the field, and we knew that they loved to throw the pass, and that was one of the things that Trail struggled in was defending the pass all year. So those combinations didn't set up the best for Trail to have success,
and really Bluefield did what we thought they were going to do. I mean, they threw short passes, and we knew we'd have to tackle in space and break our blockers, and that's just really what we didn't do. I mean,
and Trail showed some signs a few times, to slow it down some, and then they were aided by some fortunate drops by Bluefield, but those timely things that happened were unfortunately on the backside of losing that field position battle early, and you needed a few things to help push your momentum to go your way, and that actually, gave you reverse momentum because you had, no field position to work with, and Bluefield had all the field position. They didn't really need any help, and then you aided them by giving them those short fields to where they could just kind of do their thing and feel good about, hey, we got nothing to lose here. If we don't score, Trail's going to have to drive the length of the field.
Yeah, and we knew we talked about they'd have to hang in there, keep it a 1-2 score game for the first half.
Got to hang around.
You got to hang around and make you think, well, okay, they're in this ball game, and just really it got up 3 scores, and you couldn't. First half, you had 1 first down. Well, you had 1 first down until that last drive, and you went down and scored. Before that, you just didn't move the ball very well on the ground. You couldn't. I mean, we thought that we knew that was going to be key. You knew you probably weren't going to be able to pass the ball on them just because. Not something you haven't done bad. You just haven't had to use it.
You haven't had to You haven't had to rely on it, and you've really used that ground game, which the ground game really wasn't suffering any negative yards for the most part. It was just
there wasn't a lot of negative plays.
They were just limiting Roop to 2 yards a carry, 3 yards a carry.
If they give us 5 downs, we'd have probably been all right.
Right, we needed 5 or 6 downs a set, but that just. It just, really made your work. You had your work cut out for you. And once you went down, those 3 scores like you talked about, your offense really isn't built to play from behind because you like to play ball control and control the clock by your running game. And then you had to rely on that passing game where you have just used it for, kind of a nice amenity all season. And this, you get into a situation where you've got to use it to try to bring yourself back, and you're just not really built to do that at this point. And it's and being down one of your receivers, and it's just all of those things just played into the hands of Bluefield at that point.
Yep, I mean this is a Bluefield team that there's a good chance we see them in the state title game. They're going to take a very good Philip Barber team next week, but this is a good team. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of. You'd like to score maybe to have been a little bit closer, but I mean. Bluefield's a perennial team that's always good in AA, and this is really your second year in AA. You don't have the size of the school and the pick that they have, but you came out, you had a great season. Didn't end. I mean, of course, there's a lot of teams it doesn't end the way. There's only 4 teams every year that it ends the way they want it to. I know
Frankfort's going to be the favorite, to win AA, but because they won it last year and are undefeated this year. And they've got
26, 27 game win streak. They've got 2 and they've won back to back.
And they run that wing tee, which is confusing. Yeah. But I'll tell you, this Bluefield team, they do have a lot of penalties to clean up and some things to work on, but. It'll be a neat watch to see where they go. You don't always like to cheer for the team that knocked you off, but then again, if you can hang your hat at the end of the day and say that we got beat by the eventual state champions, then you got really nothing to be ashamed about because you just run into a buzzsaw, and that's. I got to feel like this Bluefield team is talented enough that they don't have to do everything perfect and not have if they have those penalties, they can kind of overcome them in some of these games because they've got some pretty good talent. Mm-hmm. So Trail just wasn't able to quite make them pay for those things on that level. So, but yeah, like you say, it's one of those things where you're back into the playoff ranks this year, and you want to make the second round, so you want to try to build on it. It's just it'll be tough next year because you're losing so much talent, but you just want to try to get to the point where you can start to reload and at least make a challenge for the playoffs again next year, and just see where things fall come August next year. So
Coach Moore talking to this is a tough conversation you got to have all year. I mean, when it's over and.
Right, you got to speak to the team and tell them what everything how the season, what it all meant to each other, and there'll be a lot of hugs, I'm sure, and tears shared in that locker room. And you go to battle every day and practice, sweat with each other all season long from early August on, and then when it does just abruptly come to an end, it's kind of one of those things. But they've made memories here. They've made this community. They've gave them something to be proud of for this season. And
they packed out those stands in Heiko every Friday night, and like I said, gave everybody something to cheer on. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. We appreciate y'all allowing us to bring it to you every weekend, every Friday night. It's been a great season. We're going to take probably a little bit of a break. Stay tuned to the Facebook page for basketball season coming up shortly, but we both got very busy schedules this time of year, so we'll see. We'll get some games brought to you once we look at the schedules and figure out what's going to work. I know the boys are starting a little bit later because they moved some games back because of the playoff run, because they started practice this week. But for everybody here at the Midland Trail Sports Network, for Rick Lewis, Chad McCune, I'm Justin Harrison. We'll see y'all at the next broadcast.
to the Midland Trail Sports Network and your Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales Game of the Week. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales, conveniently located at 4631 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, West Virginia. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales, a proud supporter of our student athletes. Cucumber and Company. Thank you for joining us on the Midland Trail Sports Network.